You mind if I film for YouTube? Awesome. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer as honestly as you possibly can,
Okay.
not just regurgitate what you hear online.
Okay.
Right?
Fair.
Think for yourself. Do you ever have moments of guilt or something like that when you're eating animal products? Like for me, it was ground beef. I realized the smell of ground beef while I was cooking it just put me off so much that I couldn't have it anymore.
No, I don't have those feelings.
You don't have any?
No, I don't.
Do you think that there's inherent cruelty behind animal products?
I think that there is some, that there could be better ways of processing things, but I do believe that God put these animals on the earth for us to eat, and that's what they're here for us to do.
Right. You're referring to Genesis 1:28, where he says we have dominion over the animals?
I'm not referring to any specific scripture, just in general, that's what God had done for us. He planted our earth with animals.
Right. You're saying the animals are here for us.
Correct.
I think we're here for the animals,
I could see that too. I could see that perspective.
not to just mercilessly use them for taste pleasure.
I don't think it's more for taste pleasure. It's more for the nutrient value of our bodies, which we need to be able to, keep being us.
You're right, we do need to keep eating to keep surviving, but
Correct.
do you think it's possible to survive without eating meat or animal products?
Not in a healthy way, no.
So you think it's impossible to be vegan healthy?
I do, yeah. I think that, there is a lot of alternatives now to meat, and I think that if you want to do that and you're vegan and that's your choice, then I respect that, and I think everyone is entitled to their own choices.
For sure, right.
But yeah, I don't think there's any wrong way. If you want to be vegan, I don't think that's wrong, but I also don't believe that I should feel guilty for eating an animal.
Right. Well, my plan is not to just make you feel guilty. I don't just want you to feel guilty. I'm raising awareness on the issue that the animals do in fact want to live. They don't want to be on your plate. They have a will
Did
to
they tell
live.
you that?
They have feelings, thoughts, and emotions.
But did they tell you that?
You can tell.
How do you know that?
You don't think animals have emotions?
Oh, I do. I'm just curious to know how you know. Is
Because
it just based off what you believe and what you think? I don't
no.
think that's a fact.
No, it's because I was born an empathetic person, as we all are as humans. We have empathy.
Absolutely.
And when a dog is kicked, we all feel bad about it.
Sure.
When a cow gets its throat slit, we all feel bad about it. When pigs are kept in gestation crates that are 2 foot by 7 foot, it can hardly turn around. They do tail docking without anesthesia. They feel all that pain.
You're saying that they're feeling this pain, they feel sad, and they do this, and you're stating it as fact. But you don't have any evidence to back up that fact.
Oh, it's the tail docking and the gestation crates are actually industry standard. 90% of commercial pigs are killed in CO2 gas
But
chambers.
you're stating that because of that they're feeling this, but you have no fact of what.
You want me to prove that animals feel pain?
I want you to prove that they feel that they're here for us and that they shouldn't be eaten, and that's what they feel, because that's what you're stating.
You have any pets?
I do.
What do you have?
I have a dog and a cat.
Have you ever tried dog or cat?
No, I haven't.
As far as like steak or meat?
No.
Why not?
Because that's not what we eat.
Why not?
Because it's not what they're here for. Their purpose is to love us.
So who determines their purpose?
God.
God determines their purpose,
Yeah.
and God determined that the animal's purpose is to be slaughtered and by the billions for us to
You're
consume.
right. Yeah, there's some ways that it's consumed that they shouldn't. There's practices that shouldn't be done, but there's also millions and millions of people on the earth that need to eat.
Right, but they don't have to eat meat.
They do.
Do you have to eat meat?
Yes.
For
Protein is part of our body.
so you think that you can't get protein on a vegan diet?
I think that it's very difficult to get an accurate way to be able to be nutrition to get a protein in your diet being vegan. Yeah, absolutely.
What are protein?
Protein?
Yeah, what is protein?
It's meat and eggs. And protein.
No, protein is made up of amino acids.
Sure.
We have essential and non-essential amino acids.
Right.
Right, that's the building block of protein. That's why, for example, a cow, which is herbivorous, or a gorilla, who is also herbivorous, can eat plants and grow muscle. The oldest, largest, and biggest animals on the planet are herbivores. We can most definitely get protein from plants. But what I'm trying to...
But not enough to give protein for everybody on our planet, or even here in the United States. There's not enough to supply for everybody to be healthy.
It actually requires...
I'm trying to raise awareness. It seems more like you want to argue.
No, I'm telling... You're trying to tell me to...
to me like any kind of facts of awareness or anything. You've only just been arguing with
Okay.
me about feelings.
Let's see,
I think that you're really trying to raise awareness. I think you're just trying to get people to bite and then argue. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Have a
I'm
good day.
speaking up for the innocent, voiceless victims.
The innocent. Okay.
Yes, that's what they are. They're voiceless. They don't have a voice, so I'm out here speaking up for them.
Okay.
For people who think that they're products.
But you're not raising awareness, so.
Okay, well, I raised yours.
No, not at all. Like, not even the tiniest bit. So have a great day. I'm gonna go get a big fat burger.